Namaste, Pranam, Hare Krishna. This video is about Amalaki Ekadashi. Ekadashi is the 11th day after new moon and full moon. This specific Ekadashi, Amalaki Ekadashi, is the Ekadashi that falls in Shukla Paksh of the month of Phalgun. It means the bright fortnight in the month of February and March. This Ekadasi will be observed on March 9th in Los Angeles at our temple, ISKCON temple in Los Angeles. And I checked, in India it is on 10th of March, which is Monday. March 9 is Sunday. Sometimes it happens due to difference of time, it falls on a different day in India and here. There is a conversation between Vasishtha Muni and King Mandhata. King Mandhata inquired from Vasishtha Muni about the glories of Amalaki Ekadashi. Vasishtha Muni, he narrated a history of King Chitraratha. His another name is King Pashabinduka. He is a member of the Soma dynasty. He was very learned in all the 6 branches of Vedic wisdom, and it is said he had the power equal to 10,000 elephants. So he was very strong and very learned king. It is said in his kingdom everyone was following their dharma, their specific duties, and everyone was very God conscious, spiritually conscious person. One day the king with his subjects, he went to take bath in the river, and they wanted to observe this fasting of Amalaki Ekadashi. So they took bath in a river and went to a Vishnu temple nearby. It happened there was a Amalaki tree near the temple, and they offered their prayers to this tree. They made some offerings by the tree. It is said that Lord Vishnu, he resides in this tree, Amla tree. Amla is also known as Indian gooseberry. This Ekadasi gets this name by this tree, Amalaki Ekadashi. So the king and his subjects, they offered prayers. As more specifically, they prayed to Lord Parshuram, and they prayed to him to accept these offerings they were making beneath this tree. They offered many different items, canopy, different jewels, rubies, and they were praying to Lord Parshuram. They did a full fast on this day of Ekadasi because king realized that this is very special day and they want to do a complete fast. So all night they were fasting, they were chanting glories of the Lord, and they were observing fast in this way. Now what happened is, one very interesting, amazing thing happened. Because in this area, it's a forest area, and hearing these kind of ceremonies happening, there was a hunter living in this area. He heard the sounds and he came and he was witnessing all this that was happening. Also, the only way he was surviving was by killing all these birds and animals in this forest. But this day he could not do that because of the king and all his subjects were present there, and they were actually celebrating, observing this fasting for Ekadasi, Amalaki Ekadasi. The hunter also was so amazed to witness something like this happen in the forest. He stayed up all night also, and he didn't eat either. In the morning, the king and his subjects, after sunrise, they broke their Ekadasi fast and they went back to their respective places. The hunter also went back to his place. After a few days, the hunter, he died. Now is the interesting part. King Vasishtha Muni, he is describing the merit this hunter achieved just by witnessing this observance of Amalaki Ekadashi fasting. Can you guys imagine what is the merit the hunter may have received? Well, I'll say this. In next life, the hunter, he became a great king. He had all the wealth, all the strength, all the wisdom. In his kingdom, it was so powerful that no one tried to break the Vedic rules. And everyone lived a very happy and prosperous life. It is mentioned that he was so powerful and beautiful. Also, he had strength almost like Vishnu. That is what is described about him in this history in the Brahmanda Purana. And we can see here Vasishtha Muni, he is describing this history to King Mandhata. One day what happened, this king, when he took birth as king, he was ruling the kingdom of Jayanti. In this life he became the son of King Viduratha. His name was Vasuratha. So one day the king was out in the forest and he was tired and he took a nap. He lied down to take a nap. While he was taking a nap, what happened is many of his enemies, the tribesmen, they surrounded him and they wanted to kill him actually. So they had all their weapons and they tried all different kinds of mystical tricks they could do, but nothing worked. And even they were getting fatigued, trying all the things they could to kill this king. Then what happened is, from the body of the king came the body of a woman who was in a very fierce mood. Her eyes were blazing hot, red with anger, and she appeared like death personified. A discus came from her and killed all these tribesmen who were trying to kill this king. We can see the power of observing, witnessing devotees following this Ekadasi. This is the power. He was protected. When he woke up, he saw so many tribesmen are killed around him. Who killed these tribesmen so violently? And he was speaking to himself in this way. And then there was an Akashvani, a voice from the sky, the heaven. And the voice said, well, who do you think protects those who have no one to protect them? It was the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, Keshava, who protected you. The king's love for Lord Keshava, Lord Krishna, increased so much more, witnessing such an amazing incident in his own life. This was the narration Vasishtha Muni shared with King Mandhata about glories of Amalaki Ekadashi. We for ourselves can understand how powerful following this Amalaki Ekadashi can be. Therefore, I would highly encourage everyone to properly follow this Ekadasi. We made another video giving more details on how to observe Ekadasi fasting. You can also watch that video and find out more details. But in short, we fast from grains and beans, and then there are so many more things one can do. But like I said, for more details you can go to the another video on fasting for Ekadasi, which has more detailed information. So I wish all of you the best, and I hope and pray by following this Ekadasi we can also develop our pure consciousness, unalloyed loving consciousness, and engage in serving Shri Radha and Krishna with pure love for them. If you like this video, smash that subscribe button, and if you know some people who may like a video like this, please share with them, so that ways it can be helpful for them also. Thank you very much. Happy Amalaki Ekadashi. Hare Krishna.